here, and so are all of you. Thank you all so much for understanding about Wednesday. My internet went out, then I was under the weather, kind of was under the weather through yesterday, but I'm feeling much better now, and I'm really glad to be here with all of you. I apologize for the slightly late start, and again, just so grateful for all of you. So welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you with me this afternoon. If you're new here, go ahead and click the live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and put any requests for your healing or personal well-being. We're going to get things started off with a beautiful crystal grid that I'm going to build exactly to all of your requests. And then we will drift into a lovely Reiki session where I will send some healing to you wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching this. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. All the information's there. The link is in the description, as are links for all of my social media. And yeah, let's dive on in, say hi to everyone, and get to building this beautiful grid. Okay, great. Here we go. Yeah, you can tell I'm like... It's been a day, because like the first day back from feeling even a little bit better is just always a little bit, always a little bit shaky. So we're starting things off as usual with our mirror here. This helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. And this copper here helps to break up any energy blockages and get the optimal flow of energy going. Let's see who all we have here. We have Dell, Flower, Allie, Renee, Little Tree. Hey, Little Tree. Jenny, Amber, welcome in. Joanna, hope you're well. Flower, lots of love to you. Jenny, Lila Ray, Lori, I hope you're doing well. And Tabs, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So let's dive in. And as usual, today is Friday, the 16th of February, 2024. I will be back at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time for another crystal grid and Reiki stream just like this one. Yep, double your trouble on Fridays. So let's see what kind of awesome requests we have. Thanks again so much for your patience, everyone. So let's see. So for Tabs, creativity, focus, bringing in clients, steady hands, self-confidence, calming, and nerve back pain. Oh, tattoo artist, gotcha. You know, I used to work at a body piercing clinic for a couple of years, like right before I started my practice. So I've been in that industry. Yeah, it does take a lot on the body. So let's go ahead and do with, let's see. Epidote for nerves. Amazonite is one of the many calmings. Also helps back pain. Bringing in clients, absolutely. Confidence, focus too. Confidence and focus. There we go. So we're going to start things off with Bumblebee Jasper. I know a lot of you love this stone. This stone has high quantities of arsenic as well as sulfur, so do be careful with it. But this is everything you need for physical energy, mental focus, and wanting to dive into the work. It's very motivating. It's got a lot of positivity and tons of confidence too. Helps with balancing yin and yang in the body, empowers anything that you're manifesting as well. So let's go ahead and bring in Bumblebee Jasper. For back pain and the spine and spinal nerves, as well as calming. We have Amazonite. So this is also good for general calming, but also general luck, as well as self-respect and self-care, that even the most selfless people will be encouraged to take good care of themselves because we need them. So let's do lots of Amazonite. Epidote will be helpful for the nerves. This is also helpful for, in addition to the nerves, the nervous system in general, it also helps the skin. And I did see someone else's request for skin. We have lots of crystals to help the skin. This can also help with things like negative self-talk, which is like when we gang up on ourselves and, sort of yell at ourselves in our minds. This can help kind of shift that pattern. Also good for illness and injury and connection with the fairy realm. And many folks do report that it's helpful for things like Parkinson's. But yeah, I've worked with Epidote quite a bit for shifting how I speak to myself, and I've found it really, really helpful. So I hope that all helps. And I look forward to seeing you at 8. And let's see. And all the best on that big challenging piece tomorrow. Yeah, the longest I've sat for a tattoo was 7 hours, and that was just the tattooing. That was it was probably a good 3 or 4 hours of putting the stencil on because it was the background to a sleeve, and oh yeah, it was a day. It's a lot. Oh, the kittens are good. Kittens are super good. Oh, hey, welcome in, Sujanya. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, feel free to correct me. But welcome in, absolutely. I will explain all about what Reiki is and how it works before we get into the Reiki part. But absolutely go ahead and set any requests for your personal healing or well-being, and I can grab some crystals for you. Or if you have some crystals in mind, I can grab them if you let me know which they are. But happy to have you here. And thanks everyone for being so welcoming as always. Gail, I hope you are doing well. Lots of love. Okay, I'm going to keep on going through the requests. So let's get some of Dell's requests. Super 7, Indigo Gabbro. Super 7, Indigo Gabbro, Crazy Lace, Garnet Aventurine. Clear Quartz. Kambaba and Selenite. Selenite. Awesome. So selenite helps to reflect nothing but pure white light, and as you might expect, is lovely for connecting with your angels and guides, but also great for clearing your energy field and the energy of a room too. It's so helpful that I actually always keep a big rod of it just south of all of my grids. So there we have selenite. Definitely be mindful not to put that in water. And hang on one moment. Just adjusting the lights there. Kambaba stone, which is the crystal of the month on the website, so it is currently half off. Kambaba stone is actually fossilized blue-green algae, and this is wonderful for healing the environment and ecology, including helping plants to thrive and crop yields to increase. Really helpful for connecting with ancestors as well as the lands that they inhabited when they were here. Helps with courage, confidence, aids learning as well as meditation, and it can be really helpful for mental focus and finding errors and patterns. So that is Kambaba stone. And we will bring that right in. Next is Indigo Gabbro. Indigo Gabbro also goes by the name Mystic Merlinite. This is lovely for taking a deep look internally and seeing how we are getting in our own way. the detrimental tendencies that we have so that we can break those habits. Really helpful too for menopause and menstrual pain, as well as integrating our spiritual connection. Really helpful too for intuition, dreams, meditation, and really any kind of spiritual work. So that is Indigo Gabbro. Clear quartz helps to amplify any intentions that you may have. It's lovely to combine this with any kind of manifesting work or setting goals for yourself, helping support you to be along the lines of that goal. And these double terminated quartz can help to align the energy points in the body too. Clear quartz is also kind of programmable in a sense. So this is a stone where if you don't have a particular crystal that you want to work with, you can ask clear quartz to stand in for you. You can also basically hold it and focus on your intention and essentially create your own talisman. So that's clear quartz. Garnet helps with focus and, not focus, creativity, courage, and finding the best way to get something done. Best way in terms of fewer resources, including your time, but taking a big, expansive look at things and just saying, okay, what's the best course of action ahead? Lovely too for just being practical. Lots of, like I said, creativity, but also organization. So if anyone has designs on tidying, organizing, or anything this weekend, garnet's very helpful. It's also very stabilizing during any time of change in your life. Crazy lace agate is another one that helps with courage. And it's also wonderful for confidence, protection, and balance. It's very connected with spider. So if you work with, if you have like a spirit guide of spider, or if you have any phobias for that matter, this can be really helpful in that connection. Wonderful for boosting physical energy, supporting the optimal health of skin, eyes, and speech. And it also really helps the heart and solar plexus. Next is aventurine. Green aventurine is really supportive and encouraging, especially when you get a case of the can'ts, the I can't do that. This will really encourage you to say, well, maybe I can. So it's more empowering from within than like pushing you. Lovely too for eye problems, heart rhythms, and allergies. But yeah, this is a stone that anytime I'm teaching someone something that they feel like they can't get or they're intimidated by, like tech stuff, this can be really helpful. So that's green aventurine. Super 7 is super potent when it comes to anything intuitive. Whether it's clairvoyance, clairaudience, if you do channeling or mediumship or work with lucid dreaming, whatever the case, super 7 can really help boost that. It's wonderful too for working towards larger goals, for strengthening your energy field or aura. Helpful too for inner peace and harmony, as well as connection to unity consciousness, the idea that we are all interconnected. Wonderful for past life healing, karmic factors, and much like Kambaba stone, this is also really helpful when it comes to earth healing, planetary healing, supporting the ecology. So that is super 7. There we go. Oh, and I almost forgot one for tabs. That is cinnabar. Cinnabar helps with attracting customers to a business. It is mercury, so be very careful with it. In fact, this specimen is much safer. It only has teeny little bits of actual cinnabar in there. It often gets sold under Cinna Bright. The rest is quartz, which helps to amplify the cinnabar that is there. So I hope that this helps with finding customers. So thank you, Tabs, and thank you, Dell. Lots of love to you. And I will get to your other intentions soon, too. Lori has some other good requests, too. Goddess of Four, Jane Bilton, Sister Sheba. Oh, awesome, Soljana. And thank you again, everyone. Yeah, this is an incredible group. It's like lightning in a bottle. Like, seriously, I'm so grateful for all of you. Lori, let's get some jade, Larimer, opal, rose quartz. Jade, Larimer, opal, rose quartz, emerald, rhodonite, peacock ore. Emerald, rhodonite, peacock ore, azurite, ruby, lapis. Cool. So rose quartz is lovely for the heart center. This is everything you would think the heart to be aligned with. This is love, helps to support heartache and heartbreak. It also can help to support our sense of deserving love and being worthy of love, if that's anything that you've struggled with now or in the past. It's wonderful too for, in a way, soothing our heart center if we feel just emotionally depleted. That is rose quartz. So there we go. It's rose quartz. Next is rhodonite. This is lovely for healing a broken heart, whether that's through grief, through losing someone, whether that is through a breakup or divorce or anything like that. It's lovely for that heart healing. It's also helpful for allergies, asthma, anything autoimmune, all of which I definitely struggle with. Perfect for the lungs, and also great for healing insecurities and healing from past emotional abuse as well. So that is rhodonite, which is pink and black. Some specimens you might find to be more black than pink, some more pink than black. That is beautiful rhodonite. Emerald helps with healing skin and tissue, and it's lovely for the whole cardiopulmonary system and all of bronchitis, upper respiratory, everything there. So if anyone's getting over a cold or struggling with one, this is a great stone to work with. Helps too for restoring confidence about our appearance and with reinvigorating our passions in life. So that is emerald. Beautiful emerald. Thank you. Larimer helps us to connect with our spiritual purpose and give us confidence around it. When we walk our spiritual purpose, it's not a path that has been created. We're breaking that path. And that can be kind of daunting. It can really give us a challenge to our confidence. This is a stone that really gives you lots of courage, lots of confidence to go ahead and break through those kind of soul blocks along the way. Helpful too for that kind of innovation and pioneering attitude towards your spiritual practices, and wonderful for separating the ego from the self, which is very, very helpful when it comes to doing any kind of spiritual work. So that is Larimer, which I happen to be wearing as a necklace today. Next is jade. Jade is sacred to the Mayans and throughout China's history too. This helps with peace of body, mind, and spirit. It's considered an all-around good omen for positivity, good fortune, well-being, and blessings, as well as making dreams come true, making them a reality, and sort of meeting those achievements you've set for yourself. It helps with resourcefulness, definitely confidence. It greatly balances and helps to ground things like stress and anxiety, and wonderful too for prioritizing yourself, your needs, your wants, your desires, especially if you struggle with that. It's a deeply empowering stone too. So there we go. That is jade. Lapis, or lapis lazuli, is a stone that we often think of here for helping us to open up our career opportunities. It also helps with integrity. This is follow through and owning your commitments and personal responsibility. It's also open, honest communication, and also helps to aid things like disorganization. Wonderful too for vertigo and hearing loss, as well as inflammation and pain. So that is lapis lazuli, which is such a beautiful stone. Ruby is a potent stone of helping to release fear. It also helps with financial stability, to help draw nightmares to a close, and also with making decisions. This helps too with love, fertility, any pain associated with fibromyalgia. And it's wonderful to give you the courage to be yourself. It's also a lovely stone to work with if you need some like leadership skills. It's really helpful for that too. So if you suddenly need some management skills, ruby can be really supportive. Azurite is really helpful for creativity, as well as connecting to and even awakening the spiritual side of yourself. It's lovely for insight, intuition, and it helps to bring in a lot of wisdom while also breaking through indecision. Wonderful too for connection to your spirit guides and also gaining information and wisdom from them. Helpful for dissolving energy blockages and obstacles in your path. Great for quieting the mind during meditation, and also for spinal alignment, muscle spasms, and uncontrolled muscle movements like tics. So that is azurite, but this is a wonderful stone of creativity. So that is azurite. Opal is very, very spiritual in many, many ways, but my favorite way to work with it is this is very sacred to the shaman. And as such, it's thought to help with more or less cloaking the individual doing the work so that any entities that may want to cause them harm simply wouldn't see them. It's like an invisibility shield, if you will. So that is opal. And peacock ore, also known as chalcopyrite. This helps executive function. That's big, high-level planning. And it's also really helpful with rebirth, renewal, and also birth. So that is peacock ore or chalcopyrite. And I will kind of work this into the grid as we continue on. But thank you, Lori. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Patty, good to see you. Oh, I'm so sorry you're having a bad headache, neck ache. I will definitely bring some support for you. Oh, thank you, Allie. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. And awesome. Okay, so next up was Lila Ray for GI upset. Absolutely. So peridot is really helpful for GI upset. I was working with this the last couple days. Definitely helpful for also releasing guilt as well as anger and jealousy, but peridot is one that helps to foster really good, strong friendships, also rekindling old friendships. There's a lot of prosperity in this stone too. It helps too with IBS, acid reflux, and any kind of digestive issue. Also helps with breaking bad habits. So that is peridot. And I hope that helps, Lila Ray. It's good to see you, and I hope you feel better. For Jane, back pain, we got that with Amazonite, but we could bring in another. I'll think about that. Improve work environment communication and financial prosperity. So let's do citrine, workplace communication, financial prosperity. Let's see. Okay. And for you, blue appetite. Being true with yourself when listening and actions. Pet health and hormones. Okay. So let's start with Jane's. So with abundance, like financial prosperity, let's bring in citrine. This is lovely for calling in financial abundance. This is helpful for financial gain, for balancing our logic with our intuition, and for nausea as well as fibromyalgia. Superb for addictions, compulsions, and also just making good financial decisions in general. It's getting really hard to find untreated citrine, like actual citrine that isn't stuff made to look like citrine, but I'm trying to find more of it to put in the crystal shop. I'm trying. It's just not easy to come by. That's citrine. And for back pain, we have amazonite, but we can also bring in, let's see. I'll bring that up in a minute. For work environment and improve work environment and communication. So that one, let's start with labradorite. Labradorite can be really helpful when it comes to calming disputes and making a workplace more harmonious to all involved. It helps too with research, study, like detailed focus on attention to things. Helps too with finding things like errors, and it's also helpful with clairvoyance, our sense of spiritual sight, as well as enjoying travel and better sleep. So that's labradorite. So that can definitely help with the work environment. For like open, honest communication, that's going to be lapis, and that also favors workplace type scenarios and work in general. So these two together to help with that. For stress, I'm going to bring in, because it's been a stressful week for everyone. So let's bring in some shungite. Shungite is lovely for helping to release stress as well as emotional pain and energy blocks. It helps to deep clean the energy field. It's lovely for tissue repair and healing up after injury or surgery. Lovely for deep clearing the energy field, and for anyone that struggles being around electromagnetic items, like if you feel like you get really tired or really paranoid even around a lot of electronics, shungite might help. So I feel like, okay, cool. So we've got stuff for Jane. Oh, and for back pain, we have amazonite, so that's there. For you, blue apatite. Blue apatite is lovely for helping our relationship with food, and also for, if you, however and why ever, you might want to shift your relationship with food, whether that involves dieting or weight loss or just simply like a healthy shift. Either way, blue apatite is very empowering. Lovely too for healing our energy field, helping to strengthen our energy field, which is lovely for empaths. Wonderful for inner peace and harmony, and also for illuminating our soul's purpose and giving us the courage to act upon our soul's purpose. So that is blue apatite. Let's put this up here. There we go. Awesome. For being true to yourself and with listening and with actions, definitely yellow calcite. Yellow calcite is lovely for optimism, but perfect for self-confidence. It really highlights the solar plexus and helps to heal our sense of self, personal identity, free will, and helping us to prioritize our wants, needs, and desires in life. Lovely too for releasing any feelings of like feeling like you need approval of others to do anything, and great for boundaries and any blockages around sense of self. So let's go ahead and bring in some yellow calcite. For animal support and animal healing, we'll bring in leopard skin jasper. This, in addition to helping our animal companions, it also helps to connect with our animal guides and guardians. It's lovely too for attracting a soulmate type relationship, as well as helping coordination and balance, as well as anything impacting the skin. So that is leopard skin jasper. There we go. And pink tourmaline is going to help with hormone stuff. So in addition to hormones, this is really helpful for any kind of gynecologic anything. Helping mom and baby to bond. It's great for headaches and migraines, and I did see Patty's request for support for that, so this will help Patty as well. Helps too with spinal injuries, muscle weakness, and breaking down a negative self-image so that you can start to get to know yourself a little bit better. There we go. So that is pink tourmaline. And awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Jenny. Lots of love to you and Jane. Still not still. Lisa, it's good to see you both. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So let's keep on going. Allie, may I request something for sensing deceit or improving discernment? Absolutely. So for discernment, we have celestite. And we also have red tiger eye that I feel like would be a good one to bring in too. So celestite definitely helps with discernment, and this is like in the category of, I keep feeling this way. Is that my intuition? Is that a fear being made into a feeling? Is that something unhealed? Is that where is that coming from? Celestite can be really helpful. It's also very angelic. It helps us to connect with our guides and our angels. It's lovely too for also opening up the higher chakras. That can even change our experience of physical pain, which can be quite helpful if we're dealing with that. So that is celestite. So great for discernment. And red tiger eye is very protective. So if someone is kind of pulling the wool over your eyes kind of thing, this is highly, highly protective, whether it's like real world, mundane, like bullying, nastiness, sexism, gaslighting, or, mistruths. Also really great on the spiritual side of that. So like malevolent spiritual works. Also very, very helpful for calling in financial abundance when you need it in a hurry. So this is like the fast cash kind of stone. So that is red tiger eye. So I hope that helps. It's so good to see you. And awesome. So flower, mobility, fear, staying present, and to know your spiritual truth. You got it. So mobility, fear, we have ruby. staying present, and knowing your spiritual truth. The stone that really wanted to come out for knowing your spiritual truth was angelite. And this is just pure intuition. Angelite is lovely for, as the name would suggest, connecting to your angels, your spirit guides, and also helping you to feel connected to source. This is one that can help to enhance sound healing. It brings in a ton of spiritual protection, and I think it can really help that connection to your truth. Additionally, Larimer and blue apatite, which are in the grid, those will be very helpful for you too on that. So that is angelite. So let's see. Let's put these here for now and see where they end up. So that's angelite. For being in the present moment, we have some Herkimer diamond, which is so helpful for that. This is also a lovely stone for boosting our connection to what we're manifesting in life. And anytime we're manifesting, in my opinion, the best place to come from is in the present moment, aware of everything you have now and where you're at to help inform where you're going. It's very balanced in that way. It helps too with balancing metabolism, harmonizing really unbalanced energy, and also just general relaxation, as well as just connection to spirit in general. So Herkimer diamond, let's put you, let's put you actually here. Go. And for mobility, polychrome jasper. So this really supports the body to physically move. It supports the lower extremities, really all the extremities and joints for moving. And it actually helps encourage you to move around, get hustling. If you are trying to get into any kind of physical exercise routine, even just going for walks, this is one that's going to help you feel like I want to go for that walk, and then having an easier time doing it. It's also one that helps to break down indifference and brings in a lot of motivation. So this is one that encourages you on your soul's purpose. It encourages you in terms of the Earth Star chakra, which is beneath the root. That's how we enact our soul's purpose and make it actionable on Earth. So that is polychrome jasper. So let's see. There we go. And there we go. Awesome. So that's polychrome jasper. Thank you so much, Flower. It is lovely to see you. And Joanna, good to see you. Joanna, I did see the message for skin issues. Okay, gotcha. So we've got leopard skin jasper is really helpful for the skin, as is epidote, but there's some other ones too. Let me see. Actually, come to think of it, those are my skin healing stones. think they're both in there. Ah, here we go. This one does too. So we've got 2 good skin healing ones, and just in case like what you're dealing with on skin on your face, if it is related to acne, boils, or cysts, galena can be really helpful. This does have a high concentration of lead, so do be careful. And hang on one sec, I just need to drink a glass of water. Sorry about that. So galena, like I said, is good for acne, boils, things like that on the skin. Also helpful for getting some healing insights around your physical body, for grounding and centering, and for energy protection. Really helpful too for hair health and hair growth, the sense of scent, as well as disorders of the veins. Wonderful for mental, emotional types of transformation. If you've been working on something like that for a while, this can be really supportive. And it's also linked with winnings of finances, return of lost or stolen goods or finances, and for anything that's linked with the planet Saturn. So if you're working on your own astrology, if you're going through a big Saturn transit, galena can really help. So I hope that helps. Thank you for being here, Joanna. Good to see you. Amber, good to have you. So prayers for fear, forgiveness, opening your chakras, and moving forward. So definitely, like I was saying to Flower, the best fear stone is definitely ruby. It helps to release fears, but black onyx is also helpful with that. So this will support you both. So black onyx, in addition to grounding fear, it's lovely for anxiety, and also for relieving self-doubt and boosting self-esteem. It helps with connection to ancestors, as well as protection. It's wonderful for supporting you through processing any grief. And it's lovely for protection, especially from anyone who would play mind games. So let's see what we'll bring in. Some black onyx around here. Lovely. Awesome. And for forgiveness, we have aquamarine. Lovely for forgiveness, whether it's I forgive you to give you another chance, or I forgive you to set you free, to set myself free. Either way, this is supportive. Helps too with deflecting immature behavior, pettiness. I like to call it the anti-Karen stone. It helps too with may justice prevail kind of vibes, as well as circulation of fluids in the body and healthy teeth and gums. So that is aquamarine. And opening your chakras and moving forward. So for balancing the chakras, double terminated quartz is really helpful. If you put it like where one point is headed this way and the other down in your midsection, that can help to bring a lot of balance and harmony there. For opening up, lots of stones can help, but I love using smoky quartz for that. So smoky quartz helps with releasing energy blocks. It's also very protective. It helps to bring in a sense of calm. It relieves worry. Lovely for protection and just transmuting and changing energy for the better. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages to help protect property from theft. It's great for hope in any kind of uncertain times. Lovely for chronic pain and flexibility of mind and body. So that is smoky quartz. So let's bring this in. And the one that came up really intuitively for moving forward, because there's a couple that can help with that, the one that came up was actually dragon's blood, which also goes by the name dragon stone, not to be confused with dragon's egg, which is septarian. Yeah, it's wild, but I often call this dragon's blood or dragon stone. This is helpful with things like grief and loss, but also really helpful with if you want to move forward. This is helpful with having patience with yourself, having the strength and courage to change anything that needs changing, and also helpful for patience with yourself. It's very optimistic. It brings a lot of wisdom, a lot of happiness, and it's when I discuss like the grief and loss aspects of this stone, it helps to keep us from getting stuck in a pattern of self-pity. It's lovely too for the immune system and the nervous system, and it's thought helpful for the thyroid. So that is dragon's blood. So I hope that that helps. If there's anything else I can do, please let me know, and thank you for being here. And little tree, knee pain and self-confidence. You got it. Knee pain, we will bring in the howlite. And another stone for confidence. Do I have another one? I think I do. Oh, I definitely do. And let me just check the bottom here. Hey, Chris, it's so good to see you. I was wondering where you were. Lots of love to you and Eva. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so knee pain. Howlite is our most favorite stone for joint pain in general. So this is whether it's chronic pain or something like an acute injury. It's also helpful for anything having to do with the bones, the integrity and strength of the bones, absorption of things like calcium, and healing any kind of fracture. I love this stone. I have issues with absorption, and I have osteopenia. This is definitely one on my list that I work with a lot. It's also really helpful for releasing frustration, resentment, and anger. So we will go ahead and bring in some howlite. There we go. And for confidence, we have yellow calcite. We have a lot of other stones for confidence, but sunstone came up for you. So orange sunstone is really helpful when it comes to like putting yourself out there. It helps to greatly expand the vision we have for ourselves and what we think is even possible for ourselves. Helps with luck, but also recognition, being seen, being recognized, being known. It also helps with marketing ourselves if we're self-employed, but it brings a lot of career opportunities too. In addition to like boosting your confidence and helping you feel more secure by putting yourself out there, it can help with protection, especially against exploitation around money, and also wonderful for phobias, for working through phobias. So let's bring this in. But yeah, if anybody's working for a promotion or looking for a job, this can be really helpful. And that is orange sunstone. There we go. Awesome. Hope you're doing well, little tree. It's always good to see you. Renee. Salutations. I bow deeply to my fearless leader, Chief Hattie, and her second commander, Gertie, and to their court jester, Danielle. It's true, I am the court jester. You should see it. They're like waiting for me to do something, and I'm dancing around singing, and they're like, but human, we really just want some food. Where is snack time? So I love it. Yes, Chief Hattie. And yesterday when I was very not feeling well, and the day before, both cats are so scared of everything, but they could just tell I was not feeling well. Gertie was laying on top of me and purring, and there was noise in the hallway where usually they just run and hide. Gertie went right up to that door and put herself between me and that door, like staring at it, like, is somebody going to try to come in? I'm not going to let them. And I was like, oh, good girl. Nobody came in. It was just someone in the hallway, but it meant a lot. So yeah, they are fearless leaders, and I am just the court jester. Gail's intentions: arthritis pain, finding an agent to represent you, absolutely, and new connections and peace on earth, absolutely. Peace on earth, new connections. Let's bring in honey calcite. Ooh, the honey calcite may also help with the finding the best agent to represent you too. And arthritis pain. So my favorite stone for arthritis is actually malachite. This is lovely for not only arthritis, but all inflammation and pain kind of issues. Lovely for insomnia and to get better sleep. Helpful for letting go of the past, for dealing with depression and anxiety and processing really difficult emotions without getting stuck in them. Wonderful too for any kind of phobias or fears, particularly fear of flying, and very connected to Archangel Raphael. So we will bring this in. And so that is malachite. So let's just go ahead and put this around here. Next, for world peace, my favorite one for that is sugilite, which is a pricey little purple stone, which is why I only have one little tiny piece. But this is helpful for connection to unity consciousness, the awareness that we are all interconnected and we are all inextricably linked. And what we put out into the universe, we put into ourselves. What we take out of the universe, we take from ourselves. And just that awareness of we are one. We are one. So that is sugilite. And honey calcite helps with attracting the best possible people for us into our life right here and now. This is friends, colleagues, neighbors, whomever in whatever aspect of life. So this can definitely help with your request around new connections, but also your request around finding the best agent to represent you. Additionally, lapis can be really helpful with things like that too, and that's here. So lots of love to you, Gail. It's so good to see you. And please do take care. Renee, getting traction on clearing out house for renters. Gotcha. Need more energy to stay focused and that last push. Definitely, definitely Bumblebee Jasper is going to help with that. Let's also do... Let's see, we got the two organizing kinds of stones. We've got garnet and lapis are in there. There's some good ones for that though. The one that really wants to come out is mahogany obsidian. Other stones that I would have grabbed for you if they weren't already here are definitely polychrome jasper too, in addition to our good friend bumblebee jasper. But mahogany obsidian. Mahogany obsidian is really helpful when it comes to meeting goals. So if you have the goal to clean out the house, this will help you meet that goal. It'll also bring in some vitality and strength, like giving you that boost of energy, helping you with releasing anger and releasing any need for approval, helpful for skin healing. So here's another skin healing stone. Wonderful too for pain in the teeth and gums, and releasing any kind of perfectionism. So this is kind of a like, let's not worry about every fine detail right now. Let's start from the top and get all the big stuff done, and then we can do the fine stuff later. But yeah, meeting goals for sure, and not getting caught up in side projects. So especially if those side projects and side things are in our mind, like seeing all the little things rather than the bigger things we can handle. So that is mahogany obsidian. Let's go ahead and put that on top of the rose quartz, shall we? Yeah. I hope that helps. Lots of love. And all the best with getting that all taken care of. So Janya, let's go ahead and take care of reducing stress and anxiety. We've got a lot of those in there. Do we have any more that are helpful? We do. We've got all the good stress and anxiety stones in there, but there are some other stones that can really help. And this one will actually help Renee as well, and that's zoisite. So this is one that when you're saying stress and anxiety, this is one that can help us to release a lot of negativity as well as apathy and sluggishness. It helps too with things like fertility, seasonal affective issues, and it's wonderful when it comes to facing challenges and setbacks. So this will definitely make sense with cleaning out a house, but also when it comes to just life in general, sometimes that stress can kind of come from that long list of things that you feel like you need to get done or it feels insurmountable. This is a stone that helps you to see problems or challenges or to-dos as like one thing after the other, and it's a lot easier to kind of check them off the box rather than seeing it as one big issue. So this can be helpful with that. So this is good for dealing with obstacles or challenges or setbacks or people that cause the obstacles, challenges, and setbacks. So let's do zoisite here and here. It helps too with connection to nature, which is really helpful for releasing stress and anxiety. There's also another stone that can be helpful with that is amber. Amber can be really helpful with stress and anxiety. In addition to stress and anxiety, it helps with depression and even seasonal affective issues. It helps to soften rigid thinking and beliefs. It's great for creativity, and it helps too with attracting lasting love. It's long been used, like for thousands of years. It's been thought to help with tooth pain and with teething. Lovely for emotional blocks. Again, releasing negativity, also bringing in a lot of luck, a lot of spiritual protection, and it helps also with mental illness as well as healing any kind of mental attitudes. So that's amber. So I think that those will be helpful for you. But in addition, the other stones that we have for stress and anxiety include black onyx and shungite. Those are the big ones, as well as malachite too. So there we go. And I also remembered there is one more stone that can help us with disorganization and organization. It's also one that can help with letting go of a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. It can also help with standing up for yourself. It improves situations that feel hopeless, and it's great for tidiness, and this is dumortierite. So I will bring this in. This could be helpful too for Renee. But Soljana, I hope that those other two stones help, and I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome in. Hey, Catherine. Oh, Joanna, I'm glad that's helpful. Hello, Jessica. Welcome in. I am going totally down the list. I will absolutely grab some for you on self-love and help to reconnect with intuition for sure. You're welcome, little tree. Sister Sheba. Rutilated, smoky, and galena. Well, we've got smoky and galena. Let's bring in rutilated quartz. This is another one that'll help with focus as well as a boost of energy. So these rutils here, like basically if you were to go to like Jewelers Row in Philadelphia and ask the jewelers, like, what should I get for someone who is battling cancer right now? They would usually say rutilated quartz. It's long been recommended as like a well wish or a gift of, I hope that this boosts the energy when you need it, and I hope all of the healing goes to exactly where you need it. This is thought to focus not only the mind, but also the energy of any particular healing. So we will bring this in. Yeah, but great for focusing the mind. So that is rutilated quartz. And lots of love for you. Like I said, smoky quartz and galena are already in there, and it's so good to see you, Sister Sheba. I hope you are well. Jane, good to see you. Crystals for the health of your cats. We have leopard skin jasper in there, but let's also bring in desert rose selenite. So desert rose selenite, in addition to helping the wellness of our animal companions, it's also good for men's health, redefining ourselves, especially after any kind of loss or significant change. Helps too with big life changes that are made through like consistent effort over time, like our bigger goals. Great for relieving stomach upset, acne and eczema, as well as viruses, and also with finding a good place to live and for all of the paperwork around that. So whether that's sales agreements, mortgages, leases, whatever that might be. Desert rose selenite, super helpful. So good to see you, Jane. Goddess of Four, fast money. We got red tiger eye in here. Oh, you're seeing your tax accountant tomorrow? Ooh. Yes, lots of protection there. Talking to an estate lawyer. Okay, that's going to be helpful with this. Puppy's eye healing. Weight loss, joint relief. So we have howlite for joint relief in there. The weight loss stone of blue apatite is in there. We can add iolite to that. And we've got both of our animal healing stones, but we can add something for eyes. Let's add sapphire. And we have citrine, we have red tiger eye, and we have cinnabar. Let's bring in some pyrite. This is another stone that helps us to manifest financial abundance. It's also lovely for helping the body get the most out of a Reiki session. Helpful too for boosting intuition while providing protection, and for the memory as well as fevers and the lungs in general. So that is pyrite. Pyrite is fool's gold, so we like to think that it helps call in the real stuff. So that's pyrite. There we go. Next in I have is sapphire, because that can be very helpful with the eyes and ears, as well as dementia and those who care about and care for the individuals with it. It helps with inviting in speedy justice, and also with channeling and mediumship and connection to our angels. This is a big, powerful boost for intuition, and definitely for the request I just saw from Jessica. Yeah, this will definitely help with connection to intuition as well. So we will bring this in. So that is sapphire. And iolite, in addition to blue apatite, can be helpful with things like weight loss, but iolite is too. And iolite is also another stone of intuitive growth and development, particularly clairvoyance, what we see with our eyes closed. Helpful too for money management and fever. So yeah, so that is iolite. There we go. So I hope that that helps, and all the best to you, Goddess of Four, when you see your tax accountant tomorrow. Yes, and talking to an estate attorney, we've definitely got good stones there for that. So lots of love. Keep us posted as much as you feel you want to or can. A crystal for people that take things personal, definitely yellow calcite. It helps to boost the sense of self and self-identity, and it also helps with that boundaries. So like taking something personal is like, it could be a boundary issue. It also helps with like, well, that's not mine, that kind of thing. So that's really helpful for that. Also, the mahogany obsidian is really helpful for that, and that's in there too. And I got most of got most of those crystals in, but we have room for kunzite, septarian, septarian, chevron amethyst. So pink kunzite is the stone of compassion. This one helps with not only like connection to true compassion for yourself as well as others, but also heartache and heartbreak and opening our heart again after those. Helps too with hormones, chemical sensitivities and allergies, neuralgia, motherhood, and for sleepless babies. Helpful too for toxic bosses and work environments. So Jane, I don't know if it's that intense what you're experiencing at work, but this might help. So that's pink kunzite. Okay. Chevron amethyst helps to support us if we are facing some degenerative disease. It also helps us to connect to spirit. This helps us to better hear that wisdom coming in. It helps us to better connect and send our requests and our needs for help up to spirit. And it's lovely too for just channeling, shamanic journeying, visionary work of any kind. So that is chevron amethyst. Let's go ahead and add that in. And septarian will also help not only with the muscle pain for what you need, for your neck ache, but it's also good for emotional growth, finding those parts of ourselves that we trip ourselves up on, those things that we need to get really vulnerable in order to face. This helps to support us in that vulnerability. It's lovely for supporting the solar plexus in all ways, and also helps support us as we work towards change and growth. So that is Septarian. So for now, I will place this here and here. We will see where they end up. And the others are already in there. Epidote is in there. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And it helps to bring balance to all levels of physical, mental, and emotional healing, regardless of what is out of balance and what's required to bring it back into alignment. It helps too with dissolving ego, with connection to inner peace, to notice, heal, and move on from tendencies that are holding us back. Wonderful for making new connections, and also really helpful for calming the emotional and physical nerves. So that is tree agate. It's great for just all over physical balance and healing too. Cool. So for Lisa, it's so good to see you. Lots of love to you and your family. Mom's infection. That's moss agate. The GI symptoms, we have peridot in there, which will help that. For your sister's sight, we have green aventurine and sapphire, which both help the eyes. Your brother's lungs, we have pyrite. Let's also bring in... Yeah, we have pyrite and we have rhodonite. Okay, rhodonite's in there, so that'll help the lungs. Everyone's heart and joints. Joints, we have howlite, heart. We'll bring in unakite. So unakite helps the heart and circulation, as well as metabolism. It's also very helpful for women's health, especially around pregnancy, labor, delivery, but even onset of menses, menopause, all aspects of a woman's life. Also helpful with marriage, good relationships, and it's thought to be really helpful for addictions, particularly smoking. This is a very popular quit smoking stone. So that is unakite. Next we have moss agate, which is lovely for infections. This is sacred in Chinese medicine. And this helps with anything that's spreading through the body quickly that shouldn't be there. Infections, viruses, anything like that. Lovely for connection to nature and releasing fears of the unknown and feeling connected to spirit. Helpful too for healing the inner child and doing any higher self work. And in general, just feeling connected to unconditional love. So that is moss agate. Ooh. Might need a bigger boat. We'll make it work. So that is moss agate. And for that job problem, continued focus on getting things done, balance in energy and lifestyle. So for the job problem, we've got garnet and ruby and sunstone all in there. And balance in energy and lifestyle. Let's bring in some zebra jasper for you. So zebra jasper is helpful with just sort of stress and overwhelm, as well as like standing up for yourself in the face of all that. It helps with things like bone disorders and breaking through apathy, and it's lovely for feeling just empowered too. It's good too for muscle spasms and initiative, as well as the like if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, this can help kind of break that up. So that is zebra jasper. So this is a very balancing stone overall, but especially when it's like an overwhelm situation. But yeah, we've got all our good getting stuff done. We've got polychrome jasper and bumblebee jasper. Sorry. It's good to see you. Lots of love to you and your family. Still not still. Physical comfort when I'm sleeping, especially my hips and neck. And try to embrace the little moments of joy. Absolutely. Oh, still not still. That I'm glad that that was helpful. Awesome. And okay. So we're almost there, y'all. Okay. Physical comfort when you're sleeping, especially hips and neck. I think the best ones for that are already in there, especially malachite and howlite particularly. And let's see. We're down to my last few crystals here. Yeah, I think we've got all the stones that could possibly help you with that already in. We do. Everything that would help you with that specifically is already in the grid, but I'm going to use this opportunity to add the manifestation quartz. So everyone, consider this like everybody's communal birthday candle. Go ahead and take anything that you are asking the universe for and feel free to put the intention into this crystal, and it'll help carry it up to the heavens as we do our healing work today. So there we go. That is manifestation quartz. But yeah, we've got labradorite to help with sleep, but we've also got howlite and malachite already in there. So lots of love to you, still not still. Let's also add, yeah, we might add some other ones too. We'll see. We've got most of Chris's already in here too. Apache tears. That one's not in there yet. So Apache tears are also known as black obsidian. Black obsidian is excellent for nervous pets, but also deep healing trauma, old trauma or fresh trauma, or old trauma that feels like it freshly just happened, like reactivated trauma. Helps to with physical shock. It's highly protective, and it helps to protect against gossip and spite. So this might even help Jane at work. I'm not sure. This might be a little off for that, but either way, it can't hurt. Helps with healing past issues around domestic violence, especially breaking up those relationship patterns, and lovely for unblocking grief so that you can work through it. So Apache tears. Yeah, this is a lovely stone for grief and shock and trauma. So there we go. And we have emerald, leopard skin, malachite, aventurine, selenite, rose quartz. Carnelian. Oh, and I did see, was it Catherine that was asking for help with a cold that your husband gave you for Valentine's Day? Sorry about that. Yeah, carnelian will help with that. So carnelian is the stone of relationships. It's very connected to the sacral chakra, which is beneath the navel, and it's close, intimate relationships and sexuality and sensuality and fertility, as well as like larger how we relate to the world around us and the people in it. Helps too with colds and allergies, as well as wound healing, and with manifesting a soulmate type relationship. Also very helpful for connection to our creativity. So that is carnelian. There we go. So I hope that that helps. And we've also got, for out of Chris's, we've got iolite, we've got rutilated herkimer, sapphire, garnet, ruby, rhodonite, super 7, apatite, Apache tears, labradorite. So it's the only one that we don't have in is moonstone. So moonstone helps us to connect with the cycles and rhythms and patterns of nature, as well as connection to the moon and lunar cycles. If you do any full or new moon work, this is a lovely stone to work with. It's also very helpful when it comes to protection for women and connection to the divine feminine, as well as attracting love, connection with intuition, with deep wisdom and even older wisdom, ancient spiritual practices, and healing beliefs and healing practices too. Very protective of travelers as well as women. So that is moonstone. Okay. So thank you for being here, Chris. For Jessica Torres, self-love and help with connection to intuition. So we got the intuition stone already for you. And self-love is definitely Amazonite, which is right here. That's self-love, self-respect, and self-care, the awareness that we need self-care. I'm also going to bring in fuchsite, because this not only helps with self-care, it also helps with connection to fun, and fun just for the sake of fun, which can be deeply renewing and restorative. It helps too with carpal tunnel, as well as spinal alignment, sleep disturbances. But yeah, this will help with self-care and just self-awareness and allowing yourself to be and enjoy. So, making a mess. There we go. That was easier to fix than I thought it would be. Okay. There we go. So that is fuchsite. And connection to intuition. We got that. Let's also do, we have one more stone of intuition. And that's prehnite. This also helps connection to, like, basically holding a space of learning anything of a spiritual nature, whether it's learning or teaching. It can help hold that space. It's lovely for connection to everything from prophecy to divination to lucid dreaming to however you connect intuitively. This can empower it. Lovely too for anemia, gout, kidney type things, as well as the bladder. And it also helps to stop the mind from wandering, especially during meditation or spiritual work. Helpful too if you have a hard time saying no to unfair demands. This is a stone that can help empower you to say, no, I don't want to do that, so I won't. And that's a good enough reason. So that's prehnite, Prehnite. So welcome in, Jessica. And for Catherine, something for money manifestation. We got all the money manifest stones. Asthma, patience, creativity, and positivity. All the creativity stones are in there. Patience is definitely do more to right. Patience with others, patience with yourself. Dragon's blood helps with patience with ourselves. Let's see, for asthma. Another stone that can be helpful for asthma, in addition to what's there, is green kyanite, which helps with the chest, throat, heart, lungs, the whole cardiopulmonary system. Lovely too for balancing our mundane life with our spiritual life to have a more unified connection. Helps with gaining wisdom through intuition, and also with connection to earth and plants and just nature in general. So that is green kyanite. Let's go ahead and put that on top of moonstone. There we go. So all the best with the asthma. Creativity, patience, positivity. Do we have any other positivity stones? Let's bring in mookaite. Mookaite helps with decision making as well as accepting change. It's wonderful for adventure, motivation, and connection to nature and wanting to be in nature. On a physical level, this helps circulation, the thyroid, and even bloating. And it's great for just digestive calm, earth connection, immune boosting, and also thought helpful for things like bladder pain, believe it or not. Mookaite also goes by the name Australia jasper. So let's go ahead and there we go. There we go. Mookaite or Australia jasper. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Catherine. Positive dog vibes, Catherine. We've got both the dog vibes in there. We've got leopard skin and desert rose. And wonderful 211. Welcome in. Anything for resetting nervous system from years of trauma and betrayal? Yes. A couple. One is black obsidian. Really good for healing, whether it's new trauma or old trauma. Also, for the resetting the nervous system, epidote can be really helpful. Epidote also helps with the way that we talk to ourselves. It helps with reframing a negative self-talk, which we can absorb from that kind of stuff. Another one that helps with nervous system reset is dragon's blood or dragonstone, which also helps to support us while we support ourselves. It's a stone that can help us to change what needs to be changed. It helps us with patience for ourselves. And it also helps with, patience for ourselves and just self-support as you move through that. One that's also really helpful for kind of shifting out of that is rhodonite. Rhodonite can be really good for past emotional abuse, if that was part of it. And another one for resetting the nervous system. Let's see if I have any other ones for that. Also, mahogany obsidian can be really good with letting go of that feeling of needing the approval of others or anything like that too. But let's go with blue kyanite. Blue kyanite helps with understanding our spiritual guidance and our intuition, and it's lovely for just self-acceptance, like radical self-acceptance, loving and accepting yourself exactly as you are. So this could also help, I believe it was Jessica. Yeah, this can also help Jessica. Lovely too for certain types of neurological care, as well as mobility and speech. Lovely for general healing changes in your life and for harmonizing spite, pettiness, and low vibe behavior. So that is blue kyanite. So let's go ahead and make some room for that here and here, here, and here. And I think we have a grid. Whoo, boy howdy, yes we do. I have very few stones left, and that's such a good problem. So wonderful, I hope that that's helpful. Catherine, yeah, I've got, let's see, we've got those in there. And I think we've got everything. Yeah, so thank you everyone for helping to build this beautiful grid and for all of the inspiration. I'm going to go ahead and quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of your session. While I'm doing that, especially those of you who've been here before, you know the drill, you can help me lift the energy of wherever you are at, wherever, and really the energy of all of us because we're all interconnected. Just go ahead, take a moment and think of the things that you're grateful for. And when you're ready, go ahead and enter into the chat, and definitely click that like button if you haven't already. Definitely go into the chat and enter anything that you're grateful for, anything at all. Gratitude lifts energy super fast. It's super simple, and it's also just a lovely practice. So awesome. So I'm going to explain the Reiki. If you need to hit the loo before we get into the healing, now is a great time. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and you can learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification. You can schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading. You can also shop my Reiki charged crystals at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. That's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term in the West for energy healing. Specifically, I work with Usui Reiki, which is a method that's named after its founder, Mikao Usui. And he founded this method in the early 1920s in Japan during a time where, if you could even be misunderstood to be teaching something from a religion, had some really dire consequences. So this is a very secular yet deeply spiritual practice, and I think that's why we love it in the West so much. So essentially, the concept of energy at play here is that which comes from Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan. The idea that we are all interconnected, and that spirit, however you define it, supplies this beautiful life-sustaining, soul-sustaining energy that our body, mind, and spirit use moment to moment for resilience and healing that we utilize all day, every day, even though we're not aware of it. Or at least in our culture, we're not. And essentially what I'll be doing is using Usui's techniques to connect with that energy and direct more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this stream. If you're not watching it live, if it's pre-recorded, the healing will still be there for you. So during the session, you will definitely feel some sensations on the physical level. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. You may have some nice mental clarity or the ability to think some things through that have been challenging. You may also have some epiphanies or revelations or intuitions. You may also have a beautiful healing nap, and isn't that amazing? More than likely, it's going to be the perfect combo of those things that best support you here today, right now. And during the session, like, how do you receive the Reiki? Well, you only have to be open to receiving it. And by being here, you already are. So you don't need to do anything else. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can if you want to. But I generally suggest that you find a nice comfy place to sit or lie down. You can even close your eyes if you like and just allow the session to unfold. If you want to move around, there's nothing wrong with that. You can combine this with some yoga, with some creativity, with some journaling. Really anything you want to do during this time is completely cool and absolutely sacred. So any way you want to use this time is totally up to you. During the session, if ever you want to kind of go a little deeper into the session, or if you get distracted, just take a deep breath in and out and it'll pull you deeper. During the session, which will last 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will it like a flash or strobe, none of those, just, calm moving lights. And I will turn up the music in the background. For more info about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. For those of you who are able to financially support the channel in any way, that enables me to purchase music from a musician that I can play on stream, and that's a beautiful thing, so thank you. And while you're getting your session, like I said, take a deep breath in and out anytime that you find your mind wandering, but you don't have to focus on anything. It's more if you want to just like sink gently into the session. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice welcoming you back in, inviting you to take a deep breath in and out, coming back to the session. And at that point, I'll be able to re-engage with you in the chat. So I'll be able at that time to answer any questions you had or to hear any expressions of your experience that you might want to share. At the end of that, we'll kind of call it a day, but I am back later today, starting at 8 p.m. East Coast US time with a whole nother stream just like this. And I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, with the same stream. You can check the description below for all of those times on East Coast US time. You can also subscribe with your notifications on, and you hopefully won't miss an opportunity. So thank you so much for being here. Definitely click that like button, and let's go ahead over, take a closer look at that beautiful crystal grid and get into the session. Oh, but one more thing. Reiki does not require, basically Reiki is more than just my human abilities. So as much as I can only be in one place at one time, the Reiki can be there for you anytime. So anytime that you're watching this video, you can always go ahead and know that the Reiki will be there for you. And anytime that you feel like you need a little Reiki, but I'm not live, just check out the past healing live stream playlist, pick any old video at random. You will have an excellent time. And thank you so much for being here, being part of the grid, and just being part of this beautiful community. So thank you. So let's go ahead and take a bigger look at that beautiful grid. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, you guys did good. Oh, how beautiful. Wonderful. So, as my body is just getting back online after not feeling totally well this whole week, I do have to hit the loo really quick before we get into the Reiki. So I'm going to turn up the music, but I won't turn down the lights until I get back. Thank you so much for your patience. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and then 25 minutes of Reiki is coming at you. So go ahead, get cozy, take that deep breath in and out. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honor to provide this healing. So thank you. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Let Hattie's purrs call you back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Hattie. Yeah, thank you, Hattie. Go, girl. And if you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. Oh, you're so welcome, little tree and Catherine. Oh, yeah. You're shaking your head. Oh. Yeah. We'll have a little snack time after. Yes, we will. And as a reminder, the next stream is at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. I'll be back. And then after that, the next one is Sunday at 8 p.m. Oh, you're welcome, Allie. And yes, that purr. She does not wake me up that gently, I'll tell you that. She cries like a whining human baby and jumps on me. Oh, you're welcome, Dell. May we all walk in beauty. Oh, we got some more purrs in there. Oh, thank you, Lori. I hope you have a beautiful weekend too. Lots of love. Oh, thank you, Allie. I'm grateful for you too. I'm behind on emails and shipping because of being under the weather this week. So if you've placed a crystal order or if you've emailed me, I will get back to you ASAP. I'm just very behind. Lisa, you're welcome. Yeah, and all orders will be sent out Monday. You'll get, you should get tracking numbers sent to you. Awesome. Yay. Y'all are so welcome. You're welcome, Chris. Lots of love to you. Yeah, Hattie, you got the purrs for us. Thank you. Thank you for being the fearless leader. We appreciate that. Takes her job very seriously. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you so much. If you... oh, thank you. You have to go to dinner, but you don't want to move? Lori, no, I didn't see your Instagram message. I'll check again. Sometimes it's like Instagram is weird on business accounts. Sometimes we don't, there's like so many extra, I guess, email bins that aren't apparent. I'll check again. You're welcome, wonderful. And you're welcome, Lori. Yeah, I have, oh, thank you. You're welcome, Flower. Yeah, I have this weekend, I'm not teaching, so I'll be able to like get caught up on everything. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude and a lap full of purrs, and it's almost time for the little monsters to get their daily snack. Yeah, is it time for snacks? Is it time for snacks? Awesome. So everybody have a beautiful rest of your weekend, and I will be back again at 8 p.m. tonight and on Sunday, as well as Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Wednesdays at 4 p.m., every Friday at both 4 and 8 p.m. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.